Good day and welcome to another edition of Citizens Movement Radio News. Today is Monday, the 7th of July 2025. I'm Bernard Chele, ready to bring you the latest news and updates. Here are today's headlines on Citizens Movement Radio News. Geza speaks on Taguirei's ejection from Central Committee. Machakaire threatens Mahere with lawsuit over corruption allegations. South Africa Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Hlahla Mkhwanazi speaks on corruption by Police Minister Zenzo Mchunu. Now let's delve into the detailed stories. Outspoken veteran Comrade Blessed Bombshell Geza was on air yesterday to speak about events that transpired last week in ZANU-PF, including the embarrassing moment when corrupt businessman Kudakwashe Taguirei was removed from the party's Central Committee meeting on Thursday. He also reaffirmed his position that Mr. Mnangagwa must go, adding that the security sector is working to see Mnangagwa removed from office. Let's hear him speaking.
This is Blessed Runes Geza, Comrade Bombshell. Comrades and friends, I'm sure I all followed the developments in ZANU-PF last week. Kuda Taguirei was blocked from Central Committee. He thought his ill-gotten money would buy him anything. But thanks to Comrade General Chiwenga for showing us the way that you cannot use the money you stole from the people to buy everyone. And to the security team, thank you, Comrade Lavboma Tuke, for leading the call to take this Chidananda faction leader out of the meeting. For the past months, we have been exposing how these Chidanandas were stealing money. They are still roaming free, but the chickens are coming home to roost. Did you hear Emerson, the godfather of Chidananda, shouting the Pazine Chidananda slogan? But let me tell you something today. Revolutionary slogans are not entertainment. They are not empty words. They are a call to action, a guide, a command, a reflection of our values. When we say Pasi Nezigananda, we mean business. Look at China. Their slogans: save the people, common prosperity, the Chinese dream, drive a nation forward. They remind their people of the mission, and they move as one, towards progress, towards dignity. That is the power of a slogan with purpose. In our own liberation struggle, slogans guided our bullets. Pasina Smith, Pasina Tengesi, Pasina Mabunu. These were not charts. They were the breath of a people rising up. We fought to destroy colonialism, to reclaim our land, to break the chains. We fought traitors and their masters, and we won. But today, a new enemy is here. They are worse than colonizers. They wear our skin. They speak our language. But they sell our future for personal gain. They smile in public, but plunder in private. They steal land, loot resources, and exploit the poor. These enemies of the people, we call them Zigananda. Comrades, Zigananda are not just corrupt. They are the cancer of the revolution. They are greedy, ruthless, unpatriotic. They destroy hospitals while flying out for treatment. They starve our people while feasting behind guarded gates. They preach loyalty but save only themselves. So we say it loudly. Pasi Nezigananda. This is not just a slogan. It is a directive from the people. We must deal with Zigananda now. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Let there be no confusion, no more tolerance, no more waiting for permission. The president has now joined the Pazine Gananda slogan. He has spoken for the nation. Government institutions, act. Security forces, act. Citizens, act. Let us drag them out of their shadows. Let them scream. Let justice thunder. Let the revolution be cleansed. Because a nation cannot be built on rot. A future cannot be founded on greed. The Gananda must fall. The Gananda will fall. Pamberi nekuvaka Zimbabwe. Pamberi nekubatana. Pasi nezvigananda. Pasi nezvigananda. Pasi nezvigananda. Abasha zvigananda. Abasha zvigonyoka. Mnangagwa, you can never fool us. No matter how you might try to grandstand, you are going very, very soon. The progressive forces are not sleeping. They are waking. Your end is coming.
Constitutional lawyer and activist advocate Fadzai Mahere is facing a US $100,000 defamation lawsuit from Youth Minister Tino Machakaire. The lawsuit stems from a post Mahere made on X, formerly Twitter, where she spoke on the corruption of a US $8 million tax evasion case involving Machakaire that was allegedly covered up before ZAC could act on it. In a letter to Mahere this morning, Machakaire's lawyer says the post damaged his reputation and caused emotional and financial harm, and gave Mahere 24 hours to delete the post and issue a public apology both online and in print. Mahere, however, remains defiant and posted on X saying the quoted law in the letter was repealed 5 years ago. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi held a dramatic press briefing in Durban accusing Police Minister Zenzo Mchunu and Deputy National Commissioner Shadrack Sibia of interfering in high-profile crime investigations, including the disbandment of the Political Killings Task Team. Mkhwanazi said 121 case dockets were removed from the task team in March 2025 to protect a powerful criminal syndicate linked to businessman Vusimusi Kate Mahlahla, who was arrested in May 2025 for attempted murder. Mkhwanazi said he had evidence to link Mchunu to Mahlahla and called for the arrest of the minister. Let's hear part of the presser.
The evidence has been found in the cell phone of Mr. Vusimus, also known as Cat Mahlahla, which shows the communication between Mr. Bran Mokhotsi and the Minister of Police, Mr. Zenzo Mchunu. As I said, this was the beginning of the closure of the political task team. I'll try to outline some sequence of events. I had said the team left for Gauteng to go and assist organized crime in Gauteng. There was a shooting incident that had occurred in April 2024, where Mr. Swart, a QTech employee, was fatally shot while entering the company premises. QTech has been a long-standing service provider to Transnet. Shortly after the incident, 3 suspects, including a warrant officer, a South African Police Service warrant officer, a detective Tau Pule, were arrested in Johannesburg. During the arrest, weapons that were used in this murder, which was an AK-47 and a pistol, along with cell phones, were confiscated. I must applaud to the team in Gauteng who had effected this arrest before the arrival of the team in KZN. It is the challenges that this investigating team of Gauteng encountered that led into the invitation to the KwaZulu-Natal police to go and assist. The KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team arrival, they took these weapons and they went and tested them. So they conducted a ballistic test in order to check whether these farms were linked with that murder and many other murders perhaps that will have occurred in the country. Maybe let me pause on that one and come back into what had happened prior to us receiving the results from the task team, ballistic test results. On the 6th of December 2024, the task team visited the premises of the 2 of the high-profile syndicate of which one, Mr. Katiso Molefe, was arrested for the murder of Mr. Swart of QTech. During that arrest, an unusual activities were observed whilst the team were busy with the operation. These activities included a dispatching of members of the South African Police Service under the command of a senior manager at the head office to go and interrupt the operation that was unfolding. Fortunately, when they arrived there, the members realized that it is indeed the police operation, so they allowed the members to carry out their operation without disturbance. On the 30th December 2024, the ballistic expert issued a ballistic report which linked these firearms not only with the murder of Mr. Swart, but these firearms were linked with a number of high-profile cases. And these cases include very high-profile South African artists that were murdered in Gauteng, which occurred dating back as far as 2021. I'm not going to mention them, but we have them on record. On the 31st of December 2024, the Minister of Police, Mr. Senzo Mchunu, issues a letter to disband the political killings task team and to suspend the filling of vacancies within crime intelligence. In January, February, and April this year, the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection, Lieutenant General Sibiya, issued written instructions withdrawing all these cases from the task team to his office. On the 14th of May this year, 2025, the task team arrested Vusi Muzi, who is also known as Cat Matlala, for an attempted murder ×3. I must highlight that this Mr. Vusi Muzi Cat Matlala is an individual who was awarded a police contract of over 360 million rand in 2024. An analysis was conducted on electronic communication of this arrested person. This analysis reveals communication between the arrested Vusi Muzi Cat Matlala, Mr. Brown Mokhotsi, an associate of the Minister of Police, as well as the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu. On the 1st of January, the letter is issued on the 31st. On the 1st of January, 2025, Mr. Brown Mokhotsi sends a WhatsApp to Vusi Muzi Cat Matlala, and it reads as follows, I quote, "I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution." And he follows another message. "The task team that came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved. They got the letter on Monday. As we speak, they are bringing all docket to Sibiya."
Meanwhile, Umkhonto weSizwe MK Party and the Economic Freedom Fighters EFF praised Mkwanazi's courage, demanding Mchunu's immediate arrest and suspension, while President Cyril Ramaphosa called the allegations a grave national security concern and promised action on the matter. Mchunu dismissed the claims as wild allegations lacking evidence, and Sibiya denied any involvement, accusing Mkwanazi of making baseless accusations. This morning, Mkwanazi escalated the situation by laying criminal charges against Mchunu, intensifying the public and political fallout as the National Prosecuting Authority and other bodies remain silent. Still on the same story, Zimbabweans have praised Mkwanazi's bravery in tackling corruption head-on, with calls for Zimbabwe Police Commissioner Stephen Matanga to copy from Mkwanazi. Others said Mkwanazi's revelations could shed more light into why investigations into the 800 million sex scandal involving ex-convict Wikne Chivayo have gone cold, and why political activist Nyoka Emabunu is being denied bail in South Africa. Let's hear one of them speaking.
Hello Zimbabwe, hello citizens, Tony Shaw here. Well, concerning the development in South Africa, what General Mkwanazi has done, that's quite an encouraging development, and we hope and pray that our own police in Zimbabwe could do the same thing, but we are seeing that it's quite very contrary, whereby we see people stealing from government coffers willy-nilly through unexplainable tenders that they're just awarded without the proper channels. And we see this 800 million that was just stolen. You know, that's the money that was just stolen by Wikna Chivayo. But these things, they just happening, and nobody is responsible for that. Nobody's bringing them to book. Nobody's putting them into check. So we just desire that we have a police like that man. He has done quite a very good thing, and it is quite commendable. It is commendable even to our own police. If they could do that, then we are going to establish a better Zimbabwe, and we really are going to go places, and a lot of money is going to be saved from corruption, from those guys who are stealing the money. It's going to be saved. Yeah, so that is my contribution, that is my submission, and I do hope that they take notes, and something is going to be done concerning all the money that is being lost to thieves. Thank you.
ZANU-PF spokesperson Chris Mutsvangwa has said controversial businessman Kudata Gurei must attend Herbert Chitepo School of Ideology before he can be taken seriously or admitted into the party's powerful Central Committee. Mutsvangwa's comments came after Tagurei tried to bulldoze his way into a Central Committee meeting last week, but was ejected from the room by security under orders from VP Constantino Chiwenga. Mutsvangwa added that Tagurei has to start from the party grassroots and work his way up before being admitted to the Central Committee. There has been a public outcry over Mr. Mnangagwa declaring Sidney Gata a national hero. Citizens say the late Gata, who died last week, was corrupt and is in the cause of the country's continuous electricity blackouts that have affected businesses and homes. Citizens also say Mr. Mnangagwa is now making the National Heroes Acre his personal graveyard, where he buries his own people even when there is clear evidence they never participated in the liberation struggle. Let's hear one of the citizens speaking.
Maswera sei vana veZimbabwe, maswera sei tichisangana zvakare pakuva ino yenhau tichikurukura neveCitizens Movement Radio. Nyaya iyi kuiona kwatinoita isusu sevagari vemuZimbabwe, tinongoona kuti Vagata munhu anga asingakodzere kuti awigwe paNational Heroes Acre. Haatombokodzere zvikuru, asi chataona hedu ndochokuti changoitwa navaMunangagwa vangoidoma kuti ave national hero kana kuti vavigwe pamarinda eHeroes Acre. Inhau yekuti murume uyu ndechimwe chigananda chaiba mari chiri kuzesa. Murume iyeyuyu afa nhasi ari kunzi national hero. Mumwe zvimwe zvezvigananda zvaiuraya nyika, Magesha achinzi ari kushaika, achitwa sei. Murume uyu akanga aine mascandals ake aiita nenyaya dzecorruption. So kazhinji vaMunangagwa vanowanza kupromota vanhu vanenge vachivatsigira nenyaya dzeuori. Vanhu vanenge vachivatsigira nenyaya dzeuori ndo vanhu vanoiswa navaMunangagwa padhuze navo, ende vanhu ivavo havavarasi. Saka izvido zvavaMunangagwa kuti Vagata vaiswe national hero, asi it's not about yekuti irrespect yekupuhwa mufi. Zvigananda zviri kuenda zvamunoziva kuti zvigananda hazvirasane. So ndosaka makaona vaMugabe vakaramba kuti ndichiende paHeroes Acre pane mbavha dzakupinda ipapo, handigone kuti ndiende ipapo. Itondiitisai hangu kumusha kwangu kwandinozorora vana vangu vachindiona. Saka izvi zvakangofanana nekuti ushamwari hwavo hwavari kungofevhirana zvavo. Zvakafanana nhasi kunzi Atagurei wafa andonzi national hero, Chivhayo wafa andonzi national hero, nokuti vanhu vari around vaMunangagwa. Saka tinongoonawo zveduwo zvichiitikawo, asi haasi munhu wekuti angakodzere kunzi ize national hero. Kuno manational hero atinoziva asina kutomborara paNational Heroes Acre, nokudawo kwokuti wakanasa kuti haizvichakodzera, hatichingati chingava chinhu chine respect chokunzi panga pawa Heroes Acre pachivigwa mbavha. Saka vana Gata kungoendawo just a favor of Munangagwa. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Harare Mayor Jacob Mafume's lies have been exposed once again. Last week, During a Human Rights Commission hearing, he stated that the water in Harare is safe for drinking. The lie was exposed today by citizen and journalist Sharon Bowerimwe, who made a video of dirty brown water coming out of a tap at home. Let's hear more from Sharon about her disgust at seeing the water.
Harare City Council water is becoming a serious health hazard. It's so dirty, you can't even drink it safely. Our sinks, our tubs and toilets are permanently stained by this filthy water coming out of our taps. It's really heartbreaking and frustrating to see so many cases of cholera and deaths being recorded in the city. Yet we are expected to rely on this contaminated water every day.
Kenya security forces blocked all major roads into central Nairobi ahead of planned nationwide protests. The city center was deserted with shops closed, streets quiet, and a heavy security presence. Monday's protests, dubbed Sabasaba, were to commemorate the 1990s struggle for multi-party democracy in Kenya. The planned demonstrations were organized by the Gen Z group of young people demanding good governance, greater accountability, and justice for victims of police brutality. They are the latest in a wave of anti-government protests that began last year. After a huge public fallout with US President Donald Trump, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, has registered his own party called the American Party. Musk fell out with Trump due to the recently passed Big Beautiful Bill that Musk says will bankrupt the country and make the poor poorer. Announcing the new party, Musk said, "When it comes to bankrupting our country with Western graft, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy." Reacting to the announcement, Trump said it was a foolish idea that will not work in a two-party dominated system.
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
The Ministry of Sports has announced a new board for the Sports and Recreational Commission, SRC. The board will be chaired by Dr. Nathaniel Madzvanyika, while the rest of the board members are Gunyaiti Marapara, Hlengiwe Dube, Shingai J. Ruwaya, Givmo Madzoka, Valentine S. Mudenda, Lilian N.S. Chikara, and David Simba. The board will serve from tomorrow, the 8th of July, till 7 July 2029. Zimbabwe made history by making a clean sweep of all the medals in the women's 5,000 meters race at the AUSC Region 5 Youth Games in Swakopmund, Namibia. Tulanga Mdenga won gold, Ratidzo Mtepe silver, and Thelma Murando clinched bronze. Meanwhile, 17-year-old Bongeka Mnguni won a silver medal at the under 65 kg karate tournament at the same games. Congratulations, girls. Here are the football results from the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League. Chicken Inn 3, Yada 1. Dynamo 0, Herentals 2. Greenfield 0, Ngezi Platinum 1. Moz 1, Bigita Minerals 0. Simba Bora 1, ZPC Kariba 1. Kwekwe United 0, Highlanders 0. Triangle 1, Tail 1 1. Scotland 0, Cape United 1. To conclude our Citizens Movement Radio News, here are the headlines once more. Geza speaks on Taguire's ejection from Central Committee. Machakaire threatens Mahere with lawsuit over corruption allegations. South Africa Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Tlasa Mkwanazi speaks on corruption by Police Minister Zenzo Junu. The news on CMR English was brought to you by Bernard Chele. Me and all the CMR team wishes you all a good night.